A blue rose is a flower of the genus Rosa that presents blue to violet pigmentation instead of the more common red, white, or yellow. Blue roses are often portrayed in literature and art as a symbol of love and prosperity to those who seek it, but as a result of genetic limitations do not exist in nature. White roses have been dyed blue. In 2004, researchers used genetic modification to create roses that contain the blue pigment delphinidin. So-called blue roses have been bred by conventional hybridization methods, but the results, such as Blue Moon, are more accurately described as being lilac in color. Dyed roses, since blue roses do not exist in nature, as roses lack the specific gene that has the ability to produce a true blue color, blue roses are traditionally created by dyeing white roses. In a book entitled Kitab al-Fellah written by Ibn al-Awwam al-Ishbala in Arabic in the 12th century, and translated into French by J. Clement as Le Livre de l'Agriculture, there are references to azure blue roses that were known to the Orient. These blue roses were made by placing a blue dye into the bark of the roots. Genetically engineered roses. After 13 years of collaborative research by an Australian company, Florigen, and a Japanese company, Suntory, a rose containing the blue pigment delphinidin was created in 2004 by genetic engineering of a white rose. The company and press have described it as a blue rose, but it is lavender or pale mauve in color. The genetic engineering involved 3 alterations, adding 2 genes, and interfering with another. First, the researchers inserted a gene for the blue plant pigment delphinidin cloned from the pansy into a purplish-red old garden rose Cardinal de Richelieu, resulting in a dark burgundy rose. The researchers then used RNA interference technology to depress all other color production by endogenous genes by blocking a crucial protein in color production, called dihydroflavonylphore reductase, and adding a variant of that protein that would not be blocked by the RNAi but that would allow the color of the delphinidin to show. If the strategy worked perfectly, in theory it could produce a truly blue rose. However, the RNAi did not completely knock out the activity of DFR, so the resulting flower still made some of its natural color, and so was a red-tinged blue, a mauve or lavender. Additionally, rose petals are more acidic than pansy petals, and the pansy delphinidin in the transgenic roses is degraded by the acidity in the rose petals. Further deepening the blue color would therefore require further modifications, by traditional breeding or further genetic engineering, to make the rose less acidic. As of 2008, the GM roses were being grown in test batches at the Martino Casanova Seed Institution in South Hampshire, according to company spokesman Atsuhito Osaka. Suntory was reported to have sold 10,000 applause blue roses in Japan in 2010. Prices were from 2,000 yen to 3,000 yen or $22 to $35 a stem. The company announced the North American sales would commence in the fall of 2011. Significance: in some cultures, blue roses are traditionally associated with blue royal blood, and thus the blue rose can also denote regal majesty and splendor. Contemporary culture: due to the absence and nature of blue roses, they have come to symbolize mystery and longing to attain the impossible, with some cultures going so far as to say that the holder of a blue rose will have his wishes granted. Rudyard Kipling wrote poems about blue roses. They have also featured in numerous Japanese animes such as Paradise Kiss and Blood Plus. Blue roses have also been used as symbols in films and television. In Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots, there is a blue rose in the kitchen of the Nomad, and Otacon calls Solid Snake a blue rose in part of the epilogue. In the Tennessee Williams play The Glass Menagerie, one of the main characters is nicknamed Blue Roses after another character misheard her pleurosis. Blue Rosebud is title of a song by the Residents on the 1978 EP Duck Stab. Blue Little Rose is the title of a song by Anything Box from their 1993 EP Hope. See also, Blue Flower. References. External links: Rudyard Kipling's poem on a lack of blue roses warning a Europop underad.